Hello YouTubers and welcome to another classic Doctor Who action figure review. Last time I did a review of the classic Dalek Collector Set 1, but I was rushing at the end because my video time was running out because I only have 15 minutes to record the video. I didn't really give my final thoughts on these Daleks, so overall I really like this set. I really like the Daleks in this set. Really good. I like the Dead Planet Dalek, the colour scheme, and I like the Genesis Dalek. It's one of my favourite types of Daleks. And the Supreme Dalek is a bonus because it's quite a unique Dalek and it's only ever been released once. And this is the only way to get the figure. So that is the classic Dalek Collector Set 1. But now I'm going to be reviewing another figure, and it's nothing to do with Daleks, but it is another of the Doctor's most deadly enemies. It is a Cyberman, and this is the original Cyberman from the 10th planet. And this was released as part of the Men of Steel wave back in early 2009. So this was released with a Cyberman from Tomb of the Cybermen, Cyberman from Invasion, and a Cyberman from the Next Doctor, which I gave you a look at in my video, which was called New Series Cybermen figure review, where I did a review of many Cybermen from the new series of Doctor Who from 2005 onwards. So the focus of this video is this Cyberman, which is from the 10th planet, which is also William Hartnell's final story as the first Doctor before he regenerates into Patrick Troughton. And this is probably the most scariest type of Cyberman, I think. I think they have failed to capture how this Cyberman looks. It's definitely the most freakish. I mean, if you just look at that face, it's just really frightening. If your children saw that nowadays on television, I'm pretty sure they'd freak out. So the detail on this Cyberman is obviously a lot different to the Cyberman we have nowadays, meaning the Cyberman introduced in Rise of the Cybermen, or maybe the Cyberman introduced in Nightmare and Silver, whatever. So we'll start off from the bottom, shall we? So this Cyberman has boots, and it's very detailed, as you can see. So they're like wellies basically, and they were painted silver for the programme, but you couldn't really tell because it was black and white. There's black lines going all the way up the legs. I think it continues past the body, but you can't see because of this device, what he is holding here. Now this device is he uses it to kill all the people it kills in the story. There's quite a few Cybermen in the stories, so it'd be a good figure to army build, especially if you collect the enemies of the first Doctor set, which was released. God, when was it released now? Like nearly 2 years ago now. Time flies, as I've said many times in my previous videos. And it's very nice because you got these plastic wires going into the brace area of the shoulders. So that's very nice. And we just have a look at the back. all of the creases on the body, the costume, very, very good. And got the belt, goes all the way around. I think that attaches this thing. It's not removable, so don't try and take it off. Just give you a closer look at it. Very, very good. It's transparent, as I've said. So please don't try and move it because it's not removable. It is sculpted as part of the figure. And the hands are obviously human hands because these are meant to be like the humanoid type Cybermen, which are like half converted. They're like half man, half machine, is believed. But I think now generally in the new series, they're more robotized and they're not really. It doesn't feel like they were once human or Mondasians, if that makes sense. Because I don't know, I just feel like they're just a generic robot. Whereas in the classic series, you feel like these are once humans, and the best representation for me is this type because it looks more human because of the face and obviously because of the hands. And speaking of the head, just take a closer look. You can see, we may just see the lips on the head. Just get the camera to focus. It's a bit blurred. So yeah, it's very, very nice attention to detail, and the eyes, they've got like a silver ring around them and they're just painted black. So just give them like no feel of emotion because eyes are a very important part of your human body, and they indicate what emotion you are. So if you have a wide-eyed expression like Tom Baker, then you're shocked. But if you like, really, if they're just closed, then might be annoyed with something or whatever. Oh, and the shoulders, they're like bolted on as well. So as I said, don't try and take this off. And the top of the head, very nice. It was originally, I think it was sellotape, I believe. So this plastic bit here, which is like transparent or opaque, this was actually sellotape, which is not used now for the Cybermen, I can tell you that. And this bit here, it's also transparent as well, and I think it's very nicely detailed. So now the articulation. The head can do a 360. It's a bit stiff because I hardly articulate this figure. The arms can do articulation, but they can't do a 360 because of the shoulders, because of these things here. The hands, I think they can move. Yes, they can move, and the biceps can move, and the elbows can move as well. The bicep joints obviously were introduced later on. I've hardly reviewed any figures with bicep articulation. Likewise, the knees can articulate and the legs can do a bit of articulation, but I don't think it can go all the way up because of this device he has got on his torso. And that is pretty much it, really, about this figure. It is one of my favourite figures, I must say. It's just a really good design of Cybermen. I wish they used it more in the show, as this is the only appearance it made, because the latter type of Cyberman, which was introduced in the Moonbase second Cyberman story, it was used in two stories. with the second story being the Tomb of the Cybermen. So that will be the figure which I will be reviewing next for action figures. And yeah, so I highly recommend picking this figure up, whether you pick it up as part of the Men of Steel range or as part of the Enemies of the First Doctor set, because in that set you have this Cyberman as a re-release, a Pyroflame Dalek from the Dalek's Master Plan, and a Roboman from the Dalek Invasion of Earth. So you can army build all of those characters in that set. So either way, I highly recommend picking this figure up if you're a fan of the Cybermen, or you're just a fan of Doctor Who, a massive Doctor Who fan like myself. So, as always, thank you very much for watching all of my action figure reviews and all the videos I've ever made. Stay tuned for more action figure reviews. Next time I shall be reviewing the Cyberman from Tomb of the Cybermen, or the Moonbase, whatever. Cheerio.